So let's get straight to some tips. Now, the first reason that you should try something new is because you don't want to have regrets. So I know we've all done things that we've regretted, and there are also things that we've not done and regretted not doing them. So whether that's actually telling someone how you feel, maybe taking up a new job opportunity, it's really not nice to live with regrets. And remember, you only live once, so make the most of your life now. I remember times when I've taken risks, and and to be honest, most of the time, any time that I have taken a risk, it's actually worked out well. And I can't think of a time that I took a risk and it didn't, to be honest. There might have been some occasions, but if there were, I don't even remember them, which is a good sign. I just remember the risk that I took, and that worked out well for me. So it really is not a nice thing to have regrets, and it's always better to try and fail than never try. And you actually find that most of the times things will work out when you do take a risk. The second reason, because you don't know what you'll find. So as we just mentioned, maybe you try something new or you take a risk, and then you do actually discover that you don't actually like it, or you've given it a chance and it hasn't worked out, but at least you tried and you can already tick that off your list. But what if you discover something or someone amazing by taking that risk or trying that new something? It just opens up your world to so many different possibilities and opportunities, and you do really get to meet some interesting people and maybe even a life partner, you never know. Let's look at the third reason. Because it will give you confidence. Now, you do tend to feel bad if you don't try something, but you do feel really good when you've at least tried it, you've taken the risk, and also you'll feel really good about yourself for doing something new, for doing something different. It is a victory for you, and even if it was something really small, even if it might seem insignificant to other people, that doesn't matter. If it was something new for you and a challenge for you and you did it, that is really important. I'm actually speaking to a young woman now, and she does have some mental health issues, and for her it's like small things, like maybe just going for a job interview. Some people see that as a small thing. For her it's a massive deal, because she's had social anxiety, she's had so many problems in dealing with things that most people will just breeze through, but for her it's a big deal. And I was actually explaining to her, look, don't feel bad just because you are finding this particular thing difficult. The important thing is that you're trying. And she went for a job interview recently, and she got the job. It's a voluntary job, but it's something, and before she wasn't even leaving her house. So the fact that it might seem like a small victory for other people, but for her it's a big deal, and that's something to be celebrated. So always, whatever you do, no matter how small or how big, it is a victory once you do try something. And the next point is, you should try something new because you'll be more interesting. Now this one is quite important. This is something that I always tell my single friends who are just waiting around for the right person to come along. You can't just wait and not do anything. When you actually try new things, you have more things to talk about, you'll be able to inspire others, you'll have lots of funny stories, you'll just be a more interesting person all round. If you're just doing the same thing day in, day out, you're not done anything different, what are you going to talk about? Even with the people already in your social circle, what do you have to say? You haven't done anything different, so your conversations are going to be quite boring. So it does actually make you a more interesting person when you try new things. And my final reason for today for trying new things is because you can't accomplish anything when fear controls you. So fear is a massive blockage for a lot of people for not trying anything new. And unfortunately, it can stop you. It's not just about becoming more interesting or having more to talk about, or being more confident. It can actually stop you from moving forward in life. So it can stop you in terms of your career, your finances. It blocks you in terms of relationships. It can hinder so many things. So the more you practice doing new things, the more you practice coming out of your comfort zone, the better. Even if you get those butterflies, even if it makes you feel really nervous, but what you can achieve after that, if you keep your mind focused on what's to come, the good that it will do for you, that should keep you going. And that even though you feel the nerves and everything like that, you will get over that eventually, and you will start to enjoy the benefits of conquering your fears and trying something new.